You know, after a poor couple of weeks at the cinema, resulting in me not even reviewing the bloated, boring and self-important Conclave, trust me, it's a complete waste of everyone's time with a ridiculous final twist that will have you screaming at the screen.
Oh, come on!
I was kinda looking forward to Nightbitch, starring Amy Adams, a film being promoted as a feminist take on body horror comedy. And although I suspect I was never exactly the target demographic this film is aiming for, how bad could it be? So, what did I think? An unnamed mother, played by Amy Adams, unhappy with her life as the stay-at-home mother of a toddler, finds herself beginning to transform into a dog. Based on the magical realism novel of the same name by Rachel Yoder, and adapted for the screen and directed by Can You Ever Forgive Me's Marielle Heller, from the very first frame, what grabs you is Amy Adams as mother. We never learn her real name. Her performance holds the screen for the entire film. This is a performance in close-up, with Adams and director Heller not afraid to show us every blemish, every flaw in Adams' face and body.
Look at my teeth. See how sharp they are?
A woman who at once is a loving mother, but just beneath the surface, through a series of almost Shakespearean-style inner monologues to camera, she declares her frustrations, her anger as a woman trapped into a life she never foresaw. Her voice, seemingly ignored by her husband and her friends as they fail to see her rage through the platitudes of polite conversation.
If you wake him up, I will rip your throat out.
Okay, for what it's worth. I would kill to stay home with him every day.
But the film shows mother has also chosen to cut herself off from her previous life, almost afraid to bring it up in conversation, only revealing it in brief flashbacks or glances filled with darkness, as other mothers attempt to discuss the lives they lived before they had children in what they themselves jokingly refer to as the before times. Through the screenplay and Heller's direction, Adams portrays the frustrations of a woman losing her identity, her very self. The anger she feels towards her life and apparently her husband. This is a story of the sacrifices women make and what they are expected to give up for motherhood. That is, up to the moment she starts to turn into a dog. Because this is a film that loses its nerve and does not commit to the premise that was seemingly promised in the trailer. When it veers into dark fantasy, there are standout moments such as a dining scene at a mall restaurant, or mother discovering she is growing a tail that is more reminiscent of a Cronenberg body horror of the 70s and 80s.
Oh my God. My God.
But just as it becomes interesting, Heller swerves the story back into a tale we have seen 100 times before. A story that frankly is neither strong enough, original enough, or simply interesting enough to hold our attention. Where characters are nothing more than two-dimensional ciphers, be it the other mothers we meet who discover their power, thanks to Adams, to Scoot McNairy, whose character of Adams' husband regresses into nothing more than apparently a series of misandrous cliches. And while, as I said, Adams' performance stands out, her character is nothing more than dislikable, to the moment you realise she has become nothing more than a lecturing Mary Sue that other characters are there simply to praise. With the writer-director failing to see that they may have set out to create something profound, but instead have created something pompous, and worst of all for the cinema audiences, kind of boring.
Order. 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 Back it up!
If you want to see a film with Amy Adams that tells the story of a woman finding her place and defying the misogyny of society that holds her back, then may I suggest Tim Burton's Big Eyes. If you want to watch Scoot McNairy play a positive male role model in a supportive role to strong women, then go watch the TV show Godless. And if you want to watch a transformative body horror with a feminist undertone, then there's always The Company of Wolves. Now, I know what you're going to say, as I said it myself at the start. This isn't for you. But the truth is, in my opinion, this film, that starts out as a diatribe against the way women are portrayed and seen in society, becomes another self-righteous, hectoring lecture that really isn't for anyone. Nightbitch opens December 6th. You might enjoy it, but I say outside of that central performance from Adams, a deeply disappointing and average. Meh.
Please, sir, I want some more. More? All right, stop it. Stop it right there. Go on, fill up the bowl.
And if you like this episode of So What Did I Think and want to see more, please click like and subscribe. Remember, always subscribe. Thanks for watching.